Hello students, we are coming to the last part of the chapter, that is biotechnology and its application. So first of all, we will see the next use of biotechnology, that is to obtain the transgenic animals. So different type of transgenic animals are available now, like the transgenic mouse, then transgenic rabbit, transgenic pig, transgenic cow, transgenic sheep. Different type of shapes, animals, different type of animals that have been actually they are manipulated in such a way so that it can give our required products, so that the different animals they can produce. So that's why their genes are manipulated. So just see what are the transgenic animals. The transgenic animals are those whose genes have been altered for the following reasons. Obviously, the human only is the organism who have altered the genetic combination of one another animal, right? So that's why obviously we will do with a reason. So what are the reasons? Actually, see, to study the normal physiology in the suppose different animals, we need to study the physiology. So we can alter the genetic makeup of such organism. Next one, to study the different diseases. Yes, to study the different diseases, their reactions, their behaviors, how we can able to get by introducing the pathogen into some other animals that are been going on in different countries. In a very bad situation, the animals they are treated with different type of, suppose cancer, to study cancer also, cancer causing cancer, suppose carcinogenic agents are introduced into the mice, then how the mice is developing, or after how many days they are developing tumors, or what drugs they can work against this type of tumors. That type of studies are going on for almost all kinds of diseases. Next one, to obtain the biological product. See, to obtain the biological product in a huge range, the transgenic animals they are actually changed or altered their genetic makeup. One example is here, that is the first transgenic cow Rosie. This question comes in a number of times, that the first transgenic cow Rosie that was developed by introducing human alpha-lactalbumin gene. Suppose sometimes this can happen that the mother's milk, or the mother gets separated, mother dies, or maybe it's due to some of the other reasons mother's milk is not available to the infant. So it's not possible that from the market or from other companies we can give them the milk, because the infants require only the mother's milk. So for that reason, some human alpha-lactalbumin gene is introduced into the cow, and this cow will produce that milk with the alpha-lactalbumin. That protein is also present in the milk. So this milk can be good alter of the human milk that can be given safely to the infants as an alternative source. So this is one product, milk, we can get with the help of biotechnology. That means the whole genetic makeup of the cow Rosie, the name of the cow is Rosie, that was introduced so that their product, that is the milk, can contain the human milk type of formula, or their proteins are just similar to human milk. So this way we can able to obtain the different biological products. Then after that, to study vaccine safety. Yes, this is going on now also, that to test different type of suppose vaccines, antibiotics, or different type of drugs, how it can be tested. Is it directly into human in first trial? Never. First of all, it has to pass through the animals. If in the animal treatment, if it passed, then after that they can go for the human trial. So for the vaccine safety also, the transgenic animals are being used. Next one, to test the different chemical safety also, the GMOs, genetically modified organisms, they are being used. So these are all of the uses of biotechnology in different fields we have studied. Now, after that, we'll see some future scope of biotechnology. Future scope means the biotechnology can extend to what much, in how many ways the biotechnology can further go. What can be the extent? See, these practices are going on also, that the luciferin, because of what the fireflies glow in the night, that luciferin producing gene is introduced into the plants, so that whenever the plants transpirate, they start to, it seems like they're starting to emit light. That can be a huge good alternate of the street lights, because in the night, if those plants that can be suppose there, then we cannot we should not use the street lights. Okay, so that can be a use of biotechnology. We can save energy, but yes, we don't know to what extent it can be safe. Next one, the goat in the ships. Some suppose spiders. The spiders produce web. So web producing gene is introduced into the ship, so that from the ships, whenever the wools are collected, those wools are very lightweighted, very much durable, have their tensile strength. This can give warmth during the summers and during the winters, and give cool effect in the summers. That type of actually wools are collected from the transgenic ships. That can be a cloth for the different other, suppose for the pilots, for the armies, for all those defense people. Those type of clothes have been already been made by the transgenic ships. So these are the future scope. One of the future scope is the genotransplantation. Now, what is the genotransplantation? First of all, pig the pig is modified, genetically modified to human. Then after that, the heart or the kidneys or the other organs that can be transplanted. So from a different animal, if an organ is transplanted, then this is known as genotransplantation. So this can be also possible, that the people can have the other organisms organ and can survive. So lots of people, they die due to the lack of the donor, due to the unmatching thing, the blood group or the protein samples will not going to match. So that's why lots of people, they die. So kidneys can be transplanted, the heart can be transplanted, lung, all these organs can be transplanted easily by this technique, that is genotransplantation, which is also a very bright future of the medical field also. Now, after that, we need to see two terms, that is bioethics, biopatent and biopiracy. Now, just see what is the bioethics. See, ethics means whenever we go for any type of treatment into an animal, is it right for the animal? Is there any animal right? Obviously, there are animal rights, that we cannot introduce any of the foreign, suppose human gene into the animal. Otherwise, how the continuity of this whole ecosystem can be balanced or can be in equilibrium? It's not possible. So to maintain or withstand a complete balanced ecosystem, we need to have the separation of the genetic pool, or the gene makeup have to be restricted only in that specific organism. Cow should have only their genetic pool. They should not have our genetic makeup, right? So this way, actually, lots of experiments are going on, and to a certain extent it should be possible. But lots of science fiction movies are going on. We have seen that lots other ways that it has lots of adverse effects too. So to maintain a normal natural balance in the ecosystem, we need to have certain ethics. Okay, that is called as the bioethics. See, bioethics means some standards that have been that can regulate the human activities that might be helpful for the other organisms, so that we cannot introduce the genetic makeup to each and every animal. Otherwise, after some years, after a few years, there will be no existence of other animals. The whole ecosystem will be imbalanced. So that's why there should be one bioethics, bioethical society. In India, there is a bioethical society we have, that is called as GEAC. GEAC stands for Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. So this genetic engineering approval committee checks and go for any approval to any type of experiment go on biotechnological laboratories in any of the research center or any of the universities. So that's why actually we have those standards that are actually maintained by GEAC in India. Now after that, just see the next one, that is biopatents and biopiracy. What is biopatent and what is biopiracy? See, all areas or all countries, they have some natural local products. That local products, suppose in India we have neem, we have turmeric, we have ginger, we have basmati rice, different varieties of products we are rich in biodiversity. But this way, at one time in 1997, one American company, they took somehow the biopatent for the basmati rice from the World Trade Center. Then after that, they got the patent, and after that, they produced different varieties of basmati rice, and worldwide they actually use this patent, and they start to sell all over the world. Then after that, India got to know about this, that they have actually taken the genetic makeup, they are using our product without our consent. At least we should get some type of from them that we should approve their use of that product. Okay, suppose one German company, they want our neem in their cosmetics. So first of all, from India, they have to take the patent for exchange of some other products or money or any other exchanges. They need to get the first. This is the rule that they need to get the patent. The patent mean patent is from India, but first of all they need to take permission. Then after that they can use it in their products, in their cosmetics. Similarly, this had happened once with India, that one USA company, they had taken the bio patent for basmati rice, and after 3 years, in 2001, India got the patent back. So this way we have the patent that other companies or other countries cannot use the product of that specific country's product without the consent. So what is the biopatency? A patent is the right granted by the government to an inventor to prevent the others from using it commercially. Okay, so that's why there is biopatent. And what is biopiracy, I have already told. With the case of basmati rice in USA, they got actually the patent for basmati rice in 1997, and in 2001 India got the patent back. So this way we have completed the chapter, that what are all those uses of biotechnology, their application in different various fields. So that's all about it. I hope you understand this chapter, biotechnology in its application. That is about your the whole chapter. I hope you understand. Thank you.